Today, we're announcing the formation of the City of Houston and Harris County Special Events Task Force. Our city and county have experienced tremendous growth over the past 20 years, and during this time, Houston has developed into an events city. We have expanded our locally produced events, increased the number of touring shows, and we continue to win and host nationally and internationally competitively bid events. The Special Events Task Force is being created to review and make recommendations to improve coordination, communication, protocols, and permitting requirements in Houston and Harris County to ensure consistent operational standards for future events. Live events are important to the industry. Nationally, they contribute over $877 billion to the economy and make up 4.5% of the gross domestic product. This includes thousands of events, and more importantly, staff and their families right here in Houston. The COVID, this is a first.
Keep it nearby, man.
Yeah. Okay. Live events are an important industry, and nationally they contribute over $877 billion to the economy and make up 4.5% of the gross domestic product. This includes thousands of events and, more importantly, staff and their families right here in Houston, Harris County. The COVID-19 pandemic devastated the live events industry, but as you know, events are well on the way back in Houston and throughout the world. And through my Office of Special Events alone, annually, we manage nearly 1,000 events, representing over 2,000 event days and attended by more than 10 million people. We are a city that is known for producing fun and safe events of magnitude, as well as neighborhood events that inspire and reflect the diversity that is Houston. Even with all that we have accomplished, we know that the city and county can do better. The line of demarcation between the city and county properties is invisible to the public. Together, we can build upon our individual achievements by working more collaboratively through our governmental processes, permitting, coordination, and communication. To that end, both Commissioner Garcia, who is representing his associates at the county, and I have created this joint task force to enhance events that require collaboration and coordination of government resources and services. Our decision to form the task force is about looking to the future and not back on any one incident. We realize that by working together and by bringing together many of the best individuals in event planning and safety, we can and must form stronger alliances. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that all agencies are partnering at every major touch point to produce great events, and that people who attend the events know that we are working together from the moment the event was first planned. Existing policy, procedures, and requisites will be reviewed, as well as industry standards and best practices to enhance operational management and other event disciplines. Commissioner Garcia and I have selected 10 industry leaders to serve on the Special Events Task Force. Each member of the task force brings individual expertise in various disciplines within the events industry. I have appointed Susan Christian, Director of my Office of Special Events, to serve as co-chair of this task force. The next two individuals appointed represent the City of Houston's commitment to public safety and emergency response. Troy Fenner, Chief of Police, Houston Police Department, and Sam Pena, Chief of the Houston Fire Department. Additionally, I have appointed two national leaders in the events industry with extensive knowledge of event safety and production. Stephen Adelman, Vice President of the Event Safety Alliance, and Rob McKinley, co-founder and president of LD Systems. And at this time, I'd like to bring up Precinct 2 County Commissioner Adrian Garcia to say some words and announce the members of the task force selected by the county. Commissioner Garcia, it's good to be with you again.
Likewise, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, members of council, and thank you to the members of the county that are here and distinguished members of public safety from the city of Houston. And Mayor, let me just say, while you were catching your breath there, I just want to say, city folks were flipping coins and doing rock, paper, and scissors in case you needed resuscitation. But the county was ready to jump in. I'm just going to say that. But to that end, let me just say that I'm proud to be once again partnering with Mayor Turner and the city of Houston, as we should. The county and the city are it's home. It's our home, and we care about everything that takes place here. However, as the mayor has touched on the significance, the economic benefits and residual to when events are brought to our region, it is important that we also look forward to ensure that all places, including the unincorporated areas of the county, have the same type of attraction. So I'm excited about what could be the outcomes of this endeavor. And again, I want to thank Mayor Turner for your willingness to collaborate with the county, Judge Lina Hidalgo, Commissioner Rodney Ellis, Commissioners Ramsey and Cagle are also grateful for this opportunity. And in the aftermath of a terrible tragedy, it's not uncommon for there to be confusion. However, having worked my fair share of major events, I know that things can go sideways pretty easily, but it's important that we do and have everything and all procedures in place to ensure that things are rectified as quickly as possible. But it's also important to have established a set of principles and guidelines for how to put on events, establish standard operating procedures, and create new best practices going forward, looking to the parts of our country, other parts of the world potentially, for how they do things and to ensure that we're seeking the opportunity to learn. And as Houston and Harris County continue to attract more and more attractive events to draw people to our area, we need to make sure that we have the best possible plans in place. So I'm proud to announce my nominees and the nominees of the county to this task force. First, representing the Harris County Sheriff's Office will be Major Ralph Nelson, who serves as the Homeland Security Bureau Major for the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Major Nelson began his career in 1984 as a U.S. Army military police officer, and he has served in the U.S. Army for 3 years, rising to the rank of sergeant. After serving his country, Major Nelson joined the Sheriff's Office in 1990 and has held various roles in the organization during that time. Proud to have worked with him when I served as sheriff as well. And then we also have Ryan Walsh, started with the Harris County Sports and Convention Corporation in February of 2017 as Director of Projects and Capital Improvement, and was appointed Executive Director by the Board of Directors in May of 2018. The corporation was created by Harris County Commissioners Court to oversee, maintain, manage, and develop county-owned NRG Park, and it includes NRG Stadium, NRG Center, NRG Arena, and the NRG Astrodome. As Executive Director, he is responsible for the oversight and the operation of NRG Park in both day-to-day operations and long-term development. And then we also have, Houston, when you say Houston, you say rodeo. And so it's important that we also include Mike DeMarco. He is the Chief Show Operations Officer for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. His responsibilities are the day-to-day operations of the facility, including safety and medical, security to include law enforcement planning, oversight, cleaning, facility grounds, staffing, traffic control, transportation, busing operations, and carnival operations. I don't want that job. It's a lot. And then our own chief, very proud of her work and her leadership, Chief Lori Christensen, is the fire marshal of the Harris County of Harris County, Texas, third most populous county in the United States. Fire Marshal Christensen is a graduate of the University of Houston downtown with a Bachelor's of Science in Criminal Justice and a Master's of Science in Criminal Justice Leadership and Management from Sam Houston State University. Go Bearcats. She is an accredited fire marshal, a certified fire protection specialist, a master peace officer, and a master firefighter. I'll put her up against Chief Peña any day, Mayor. And then finally, the co-chair that I've appointed to this world-class task force, and I think that is reflective of the folks both Mayor Turner and I have announced. Brand new, appointed Deputy County Administrator of Justice and Public Safety, Perry K. Turner Sr. Mr. Turner brings more than 30 years of experience in law enforcement and security operations in public, private, and education sectors. Most recently, he led the Houston field office of the Federal Bureau of Investigations as special agent in charge since 2014. Again, having the pleasure worked with him when I was sheriff of the county. Directing daily operations, including all national security, criminal investigative programs, operational, administrative, financial, and security functions. Mr. Turner's exceptional exceptional experience and dedication to public safety have prepared him to drive Harris County's ongoing efforts to enhance public safety and reform the criminal justice system in support of the 4.7 million residents of Harris County. I won't go into his highlights of his career, just to say that they include many, including overseeing a Super Bowl event, MLB World Series, and he was part of the Hurricane Harvey recovery and response.